Hello everyone, it's Melissa with Craft Crumbs, and today we're making these adorable scarecrows. This fall DIY is so cute, it may just keep the crows coming back. I'm using a 10 and 8-inch straw hat that I thrifted and primarily Dollar Tree items to pull this project together. And at the end, I'll show you 10 other ideas for things that you can add to your scarecrow. I'm starting off with a piece of orange fabric that I picked up at the Dollar Tree in one of those little rolls. I cut it down into a triangular shape to make the scarecrow's bandana. I'm going to attach it with hot glue around that center part of the hat. I cut about 10 inches from an adult hula skirt that I picked up at Dollar Tree. Cut down the length as well to keep it manageable. And now I'm just going to glue that to the top of that raised area of the hat, and this will be our scarecrow's hair. Finally, someone's having a worse hair day than myself. I wake up with bedhead, she wakes up with barnhead. All straw and no structure. I cut the smaller of the two hats in half, and I'm going to use that to wrangle the scarecrow's hair, much like I would use a hat to wrangle my own. I'm going to use a moderate amount of hot glue to attach the two pieces together, but leave the top part of the hat open. I did one side at a time, and it took a little while for the glue to set up, so I just held it in place with my hand and moved to the other side and repeated the process. Why did we leave the top of the hat open, you ask? We're going to give her an updo that peeks out through that top. This is the raffia that I cut off the hair earlier to shorten it, and I'm just going to fold it in half, glue inside that hat, again a nice moderate amount of glue, and just tuck that bundle right inside. And then I'm going to close up these sides so that there are no gaps. I believe I bought this ribbon with the pumpkins on it at Dollar Tree last year, but I'm not certain. I may have very well thrifted it. I have a question. When you go to the thrift store and you see things that are out of season, do you typically purchase them or do you kind of hold off? If I purchase it far in advance, I'll take pictures of it so that I don't forget what I had stored away. And on the pictures, I will notate what my idea was for it at the time. Because otherwise, the ideas that I have for things in the moment when I'm buying will poof. I mean, they just disappear. They just disappear. Kind of like the $5 bill that disappeared from the kitchen counter last week when my daughter had a friend over. Moving to the second scarecrow, and I'm just trying to get caught up so that both of them are in the same place. Just like in the first, I'm adding some Dollar Tree leaves. Now the first one I added the leaves to the left side and embellished it with some little crab apples. This one, the leaves are going to go on the right side. I'm also going to add some miniature corn cobs here in a moment, but for now I want to work on the face. I picked up this little craft kit from the Dollar Tree, and this kit is absolutely adorable. I'm going to open the kit that lets you build a little owl because the eyes are the perfect size. Just in case you were curious about these craft packs, there are 3 different designs that you can craft, and then there are 3 of each of those designs. So that $1.25, or who knows, maybe it's $1.50, will get you 9 little felt characters. There was nothing in the craft kit that I could use as a nose for the scarecrow, so I'm going to just cut out a triangular shape from felt that I had in my stash and pop it right below those eyes. You'll notice some mild differences between the two scarecrows at this point. First being that this scarecrow has a partial face. Also, I used different fabric from the Dollar Tree to create the bandana, and the hair is shorter. This textured ribbon is going to be perfect for the mouth. It has sort of a crocheted feel to it, not quite a braid, but I don't know if you can see it there. It might be difficult to see, mainly because I didn't put it up there close enough or for long enough. But just use whatever you have for this step. Everybody has a roll of ribbon they can use for the mouth. I'm going to open up a second pack of these little creatures. I think this is a turkey, and the piece that I'm going to take from here is one of the feathers, but I'm going to use it as a tongue for the scarecrow. I do have to cut it back just a little bit and then I'm going to glue it on. Moving to the brim of the hat, I'm going to add another piece of that same ribbon and add a patch of fabric that corresponds with the bow tie that I put on the front. Now, I hope that you guys do not think that I'm cuckoo for this, but I really wanted some miniature Indian corn cobs on this project, and I couldn't find miniatures anywhere, so I decided to make my own. This is the paper bead concept, and I'm taking a 2-inch piece of paper, placing it on the paper cutter so that opposite corners line up with the area that will be cut. So what you're left with are 2 slim triangles. One side of each of these is straight while the other is at an angle. I'm going to tightly wrap this around a paper clip. Please, if you have a skewer, use that instead. I didn't have one and this was a bit of a struggle. I did get through it, but again, just wrapping it very tight and kind of gluing it as I go. Now, as I'm wrapping it, I'm keeping the flat side lined up, and that's what's going to give me a cone shape. For the second corn cob, I switched to the handle of a paintbrush, and this was much easier. There are special tools that you can buy for this process, but they are oddly very expensive, so we're just going to wing it with what we have, and this works out just fine. If you've made paper beads, let me know in the comments. This is a throwback to bead creation from back in the day. Don't ask me how far back because I have no idea. I just know that it is a throwback craft and many people still practice this art today. Of course, I don't think they're making corn cobs, but they should be. The white edges of the paper were very visible, so I'm going to give it a light coat of brown acrylic paint. I'm going to open up a strand of the raffia so that I have a long flat strip of it. And then I'm going to cut that into 3 individual pieces and glue them crisscross over one another to the bottom of the corn cob. I use my scissors to kind of round the edges, and then I'm going to bring them up and glue them down. Here I'm just testing the size to see if it makes sense for the project, and it does. To make Indian corn, I'm just going to use my orange and yellow paint markers to dot on the kernels. Here I'm going back to our first Scarecrow, the one with the longer hair, and I'm adding her facial features. And then I'm taking some of the hair from the top, flipping it over and gluing it down. And this will cover the glue that's showing from when I attached the 2 hats together. Both of these Scarecrows are getting a simple jute hanger on the back. As promised, here are 10 additional ideas for things that you could potentially add to your Scarecrow. Idea number 1 would be faux greenery, or you can take something like this from the backyard that you've dried. Idea number 2 is burlap. We all need a little burlap in our fall DIYs. Idea number 3 would be twigs or branches from your own backyard. Idea number 4 is faux flowers in fall colors. Idea number 5 is decorative trim. These can often be added to projects to give it a little flair, and you get a lot of bang for your buck. Idea number 6 would be old jewelry that you've thrifted or taken out of your own collection. Now, just because it looks gaudy on you doesn't mean that it can't look precious on your Scarecrow. Idea number 7, charms. You can put one of these small charms, 2 of the charms if you like, or 10, whatever your heart desires, on your Scarecrow. You can attach these with safety pins, bulb pins, or even a piece of thread. Idea number 8, sequins. Sequins come in a large variety of shapes, sizes, and colors, and you can either glue or sew them onto your project. Idea number 9, buttons. The most basic of craft supplies, we all tend to have a nice stash of these. Here I'm pulling out a red button in the shape of an apple. Would look cute on top of the bow. Or you could do something like this where I add 3 to the handkerchief. And finally, idea number 10. You could assemble one or more of the felt characters and add it to the top of the hat or anywhere else on your scarecrow. It would be precious. Abilities are endless. Use some, all, or none of the ideas I've given you here today to create your scarecrow. And when it's done, send me a picture. I'd love to see it. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'll be back in a few days with more fall DIYs. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't. And until next time, my friend, don't forget to craft what you love.